Hey guys, welcome to time management mini class. I've been asked a lot of questions on how to manage your time, so let's get stuck straight into it. So first of all, let's look at why time management is essential, because if we don't learn to manage our time, we feel overwhelmed. Too many things get in the way: emails, social media, friends, requests. And when that happens, and when so many things are there that we need to do, we don't know where to start, and it stops us from actually doing something because we feel so overwhelmed. Secondly, we face confusion because there's so much overwhelm. We're confused with what to do first, right? And then that also leads into low motivation, because then we ended up procrastinating because we're like, this task is too big, to even get started, it's too big. And then we don't end up actually even getting started because we have no motivation because we're so overwhelmed and confused. Now, if we do learn to master our time, we're no longer overwhelmed. We're clear, we have clarity, we feel motivated, and we get things done really, really quick, really, really fast. And we feel proud of ourselves and we feel like we're making an impact. Okay. Now, I think at the end of the day, we're not here to manage time. We're here to master our time. And I think that's the goal. So I wanted to put that there. Now, here are the three biggest mistakes I've actually seen that stops people from actually mastering their time. So number one, they have a limiting story around time. They say things like, I can't find time, or they say that, they really think that out of all the 7 billion people, them with, the 5 people that they're impacting their business, that they don't have time, where there's millionaires and billionaires that are far more busy than they are, and they're able to manage their time because we both have the same 24 hours in the day. So if we don't learn how to master our limiting stories, there's no way we're going to be able to master our time. Second is, we're not really clear on what the outcome is. What does mastering our time even look like? How do we know that we have had a day that's impactful and fulfilling and that we're proud of? We don't even know that. So if we don't even know that, how can we get started on mastering our time? And the third thing is, we don't learn from our mistakes. I mean, we sit down, things happen, we get distracted, we leave our phone there, we talk for half an hour, we look at social media, and then we go, man, I shouldn't do this. This is the thing that blocked my time. And then we put it down and then do the same thing the next day. So we don't learn from our mistakes. And I'm going to show you how to be able to overcome these 3 areas using this. So first, we got to change the story, right? We got to identify what's the limiting story and change it. Second, we got to be able to identify, we're going to have a clarity question that extracts the thing that we need to do that'll make us feel like we're productive, that we're impactful, and have had a really, really powerful day. And then I'm going to show you guys how to use the 4 questions of self-mastery to be able to understand and to be able to unpack what you've learned from the day, and to be able to use that to apply it to be able to make your day better each and every day. Okay, so let's talk about stories. One of the stories is, I can't find time. Now, I want you guys to think of the time where maybe, you're at the dinner table and someone says, go get the salt. So you walk on over and then you're like, I can't find the salt. And then someone goes, I just put it there last night. It's just on the cupboard. It's just in the cupboard right in front of you. And you're like, I can't find it. And then they say, no, it is there. And then you say, I can't find it. And then they say, yes, it is. And you say, no, it's not. You say, yes, it is. Until they just walk over and then they grab it in front of you and they look at you and they're like, look at you, you idiot. It's right in front of you. Who's ever had that experience? Right? I know I have. And what you've caused in your brain is something called a scotoma. And the scotoma is a medical term for a blind spot in your brain. Literally a blind spot that your brain creates because you programmed it with the story that I can't actually find it. Okay. So think about what the implications are when you tell yourself, I can't find time. You literally stop your brain from looking for an opportunity or a way to find time. And then you rob yourself of time and you think it's actually time. So we need to change our story. Now, how do we change our story? Find a more empowering story. Instead of, I can't find time, what's the opposite? I can find time. And then ask yourself, if you want to believe that story, what is the evidence? Well, the evidence that I can find time is, yesterday I was just sitting on my phone and doing nothing for this long. The other day I was fiddling around, just trying to confused about what I needed to do. And that wasted a lot of time for me. So now when you find the evidence of the new story, you start to believe the new story because you can see the reasons behind that. Now that you have a new and empowering story, it opens you up to be able to starting to find time, starting to find solutions. So that's the first thing. Find a more empowering story and find evidence. Clarity. Now, biggest problem is we get busy being busy. Nothing ends up getting done. And we're confused as to what the goal is in the first place, right? What is time management? What are we even trying to do? And talking to so many people, when I've really asked them the question, here's what they want. They want to have a day that's impactful, that's fulfilling, and that they're proud of, right? And they get bogged down with too many things that don't actually matter. So what you need a way to be able to identify and to extract what is the thing that gives me an impactful day. What do I need to complete that gives me an impactful day, a productive day, a day that I'm proud of, that if I get these tasks done, then no matter what I do, I feel like I actually made an impact today. So I've given you guys a focus question that you can ask. And here is what I call the clarity question. Before I go to bed tomorrow night, realistically, what 3 goals would I have completed that make me feel fulfilled and impactful? So take your time and write, what are those 3 goals? Once you've got those 3 goals, guess what, guys? If you complete those 3 goals and you leave all the emails and all the other things to the end of the day and you just focus on this first, guess what? If you finish this day, if you finish these 3 tasks, no matter what you do, no matter how much you procrastinate, you're going to feel fulfilled and impactful and productive. Guess why? Because you have set that criteria up for yourself. Imagine going to a test and trying to answer a question, and it also says there's no right answer, and we don't even know what the right question or right answer is, right? That's confusing. But now you've given yourself a clarity questions that allows you to identify what the criteria is of a successful day. And now if you do those things, you have a successful day no matter what, okay? So that's what I'd love you guys to use every single day. So you extract the most important things. And the last thing is reflection. We always learn things and we forget them, and then we do the same thing over and over again, right? Now, instead, there is something called Pearson's Law. And Pearson's Law basically states that whatever is tracked is automatically improved. And I've had this where I had a client who came in and he said he wanted to lose weight. Now, I don't know how to get people to lose weight, but I do know that I asked him to take a picture of his weight between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. every single morning. He did that for 3 months. He lost an insane amount of weight and he's never put it back on. And it's because he literally tracked himself. So I'm going to give you guys 4 questions that you can ask yourself every single day at the end of the day that allows you to extract some information, some rich data that allows you to use this information and improve the next day. Here they are. What's working? Number 1. What's not working? Number 2. Number 3, how can I improve this and what are the lessons? Take some time right now, maybe even pause the video and ask yourself these questions, okay? Now, let's have a look at what we've got. We hold ourselves accountable to limiting stories that we have in the future. So next time when we're trying to go about the day, be aware of the limiting stories that you tell yourself, okay? Because you can limit yourself or you can unlimit yourself depending on the stories that you tell. So be aware of them, find the evidence for the new story, and then you open up yourself to be able to find more time. Second is to ask yourself a clarity question every single day to extract 3 goals. And all you need to do is to focus on these 3 goals, right? When you focused on these 3 goals, guess what happened? Now you smashed everything. And no matter how much you procrastinate or waste time, you still feel like you had a productive and efficient and impactful day, because that's exactly the question that you asked yourself, right? And then use the 4 journaling questions to continue to iterate and to improve your time management skills each time. Now, if we do those 3 things, imagine that you unblock your stories, you extract 3 goals, you prioritize those 3 goals, you ask yourself 4 questions at the end of the day to be able to improve yourself every single day, and you continue this and you iterate, you adjust, you get better, you get better, you get better. What do you think might be possible when it comes to time management? It'll be extraordinary. So anyway, guys, I hope this was valuable when it comes to mastering your time. Just remember, guys, time management is about time mastery. And it's not something that you do one day. You don't just lift a weight and get fit for the rest of your life. It's something that you implement these habits, you adjust, you refocus, and every day you get better and better. So I hope this was valuable, guys. And if you want more stuff like this, shoot me a DM and I'll see if I can help you with anything. Anyway, hope this was valuable. See you later, guys. See you later. Bye.